Hi guys, it's Grace, also known as Miss Love Our Faces, coming to you guys today. As you can tell by the title, I am coming to you guys with something really different. And I am coming to you guys with my pregnancy journey. I've been wanting to do this for a while since I found out I was pregnant, but I felt like it was something personal for me and my family, so I didn't want to just, put it out on the internet. And not that I didn't want it like it was a secret or something. That wasn't the case at all. I just wanted it to be something personal for me and my family. A lot of extended family didn't know I was pregnant right away. We kind of kept it to ourselves, and then once we reached like the halfway point, that's when we started to tell like extended family and friends. So I am coming to you guys to share my pregnancy journey, and if you guys are interested, keep on watching. Okay, so obviously you guys know I am expecting in September, so me and my husband are super excited about that. We are expecting our first child, and we couldn't be more excited. We found out that we were pregnant January 13th, and I actually have a little video clip that I recorded on that day, so you guys could go ahead and check it out. I'll go ahead and put it in right now. Alright guys, sorry I look so crusty. I'm in my bathrobe. It's actually early in the morning, and I woke up because I had an upset stomach. Something I ate was irritating my stomach, so that prompted me to wake up so earlier than usual. Anyways, that aside, my period's been late. It's been 3 days late, and I took I didn't think I was pregnant. Like, I didn't think I was pregnant, so just to save money and not be cheap, I had went to the dollar store and picked up a dollar store pregnancy test, and the results looked like this. To me, I thought that was one line because the other line is faint, but my sister and my husband both said that that's 2 lines. My best friend said that's 2 lines. Again, still in denial. I waited another 2 days, making 4 days late, and today, January 13th, 2017, 5 months of being married to my husband, I took another pregnancy test, and its first response, it gives you, it's basic, like there's no way you can mess this up. Either it's yes or it's no. So guys, I'm pregnant. So I wasn't expecting this to happen so soon. We were trying, definitely. I'm excited. I'm happy. Like, so my husband's a doctor, if you guys don't know. So we went through calculations. This was yesterday before I took the pregnancy test, and he was like, well, if you're pregnant, you're about 4 weeks pregnant. He was like, if you're pregnant, you're about 4 weeks pregnant, depending on when your last period was. So he did the calculations, and yeah, so I'm 4 weeks pregnant. That's crazy. Okay, so that was filmed January 13th. It was literally like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like I said, I woke up with an upset stomach. Something I ate that night just did not sit well with my stomach, so the whole night I just felt like sick, like I had to throw up or whatever. But I say it was what I ate because throughout the rest of my pregnancy, I did not have nausea at all. So it was something I ate, and I didn't even really know I was pregnant at the time. I did have my days wrong in that video. I took my first pregnancy test on my 2nd day late. My period is somewhat consistent, so I didn't think that I was pregnant. It's been late before. It's been like a day or 2 late before, so I wasn't like really concerned. But because we were trying, I was like, let me just see if I'm pregnant. So that's how I ended up at the dollar store, and I bought the dollar store one. And the funny thing is, when I took it, I didn't even tell my husband I was taking a pregnancy test. I took it, And when I saw the one line, I happened to throw it in the trash. Thank God I threw it in the trash that was inside our bedroom, because if I threw it in another trash, I wouldn't have been able to recover it. So it wasn't until that evening, this is, mind you, my second day that I'm late, that I was telling my husband, I was like, babe, you know, I took a pregnancy test today and it was negative. So I fetched it out the trash and I showed it to him, and he's like, that's not negative, that looks like 2 lines. And I was like, no, it's not 2 lines. So I sent a picture of it to my sister. My sister doesn't live in New Jersey, so I sent a picture of it to my sister. Immediately she calls me, she's like, Grace, you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's 1 line. You're probably, you know, deceived because I sent you a picture and it's not the actual thing. It's 1 line. The following day, when this is my 3rd day late. Now, I sent the picture to my best friend, and she was like, you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not. So then what I did was I ended up buying another pregnancy test. So then on the 4th day late, that's when I really found out, like, yes, I am really pregnant. So, yeah, I was 4 days late, and we calculated it, and I found out at 4.5 weeks that I was pregnant. So we were super excited. At the same time, my husband was getting ready to go back to Nigeria. So I was like, wow, I'm pregnant and you're leaving me. So that's what happened. We were trying. I was like, when he came for Christmas break, we had traveled, and I was like, well, you know, I'm ovulating, so let's, you know, try this. And the funny thing is, I always read about people not getting pregnant right away, or, you know, it takes like a couple times for them to get pregnant. But we hit the nail on the head and we got pregnant our first time actually trying. So that was really exciting for us. He made it back for the first ultrasound, which was supposed to be February 5th or 7th, I don't remember, but then there ended up being a snowstorm, so it got moved to Valentine's Day, and that's when we had our first ultrasound. So that's how we spent our Valentine's Day. We spent it at the OB's office, and it was really cute, romantic, sweet. It was like we got to see our little gummy bear for the first time and hear the heartbeat. So we were very, very excited that everything went well. I told my father, well, my sister knew, because obviously I showed her the pregnancy test. My older sister knew. I told my best friend as well. She knew because I needed advice as well. The next person we told was my father, because my husband was traveling. So he was like, well, I need someone to know, like, you know, in the family that you're going to be okay. Someone who's in New Jersey. So we told my father. My father was like, you know, he was happy for us. He said, you know, just make sure you go to the doctor and make sure everything is okay. So we told my dad. I didn't tell my mother and my siblings until maybe like a month later. Maybe like a month later, early February or maybe end of January, we were all sitting down for dinner, and which was rare that we were all sitting down for dinner at the same time. And I kind of just was like, guys, I have something to tell you. And I was like, I'm pregnant. And some of them were like, I had a feeling. Some of them were like, oh, congratulations. Some of them were just in utter shock. And my mom, when I told my mom, because I told her on a separate occasion, she actually didn't believe me. She was like, are you sure? She was like, didn't you just have your period? I said, no, I didn't just have my period. I was actually having implantation cramps, because I was walking around the house saying, oh, you know, I have cramps. Every time I was with my mom or my sisters, I'd be like, I'm having cramps. So everybody thought like, oh, I'm on my period, but it was actually implantation cramps, which are some of the early signs of pregnancy. Talking about signs and symptoms, for the first half of my pregnancy, like when I tell you the first trimester, I had no symptoms. The only two major symptoms that I had was extreme fatigue. Like I just could not stay awake for anything. I was constantly tired. Like it didn't make no sense. It was like somebody drugged me, or I didn't sleep for a week. So when I laid down, I could literally sleep for 12 hours. I remember one time I came back from class at 9. I went straight to bed. I didn't wake up until 9 p.m. the next a.m. I didn't wake up till 9 a.m. the next day. Like the sleep, I was so tired. I stopped going to church. I stopped hanging with my friends. I seldom went to class. I told my professor at the time, like, look, this is what's going on. And she was very supportive. I was just so tired. The second major symptom that I had was I went to Vegas. I don't know if I posted it on like any of my social media accounts. I went to Vegas. This was early February, so I was probably like maybe I wasn't 4 weeks, I was maybe about 8 weeks. I went to Vegas, and I guess because I was wearing heels or whatever, I started getting very bad sciatic pain. So that was like the worst ever. Like, it was, I could barely walk, and then I had to like go through the airport. It was really bad. It lasted for about a week, and then it went away and has not come back since. I had very bad sciatic pain. So I think that was another very bad symptom that I had. Besides the fatigue and the sciatic pain, I didn't have any other major debilitating symptoms like some women have, and I'm really grateful for that, because I was working full-time, doing internship, and finishing my master's, and I was just like, I need to finish this before this baby comes. So that was good. Some of the cravings that I had, because everyone always asks, like, so what are some of the cravings that I had? Tacos. I had tacos all the time. Pizza. Pizza was what I had early on before I even knew I was pregnant. I was like, I want pizza. I want pizza. Of course, French fries. The whole time I was in Vegas, I ate a lot of French fries while I was there. Every time we stopped, I was like, I need French fries. And I'm not a big French fry person, so that was a little bit surprising to me. If you're Nigerian, you know, yam and egg. Yam and egg is something that I don't really eat that often, but I was eating it almost on a daily basis throughout my pregnancy. Some things that I did not like was shrimp. I couldn't stand shrimp, which is surprising because I'm a big seafood person, and I just could not. The smell of shrimp, the smell of curry just turned me off. It didn't make me sick. It skeeved me. Like I said, some of my symptoms was I was extremely sleepy, of course hungry because I'm growing a child, moody at times. Some people said I was moody. I don't believe them, but I guess I was moody, and I was very itchy, like to the point that it didn't make any sense. I wanted to rip my skin off. I was so itchy, not necessarily in the belly area, but on my legs and my arms. I thought it was because it was winter time, but I was like, no, this is more than just a normal itch. It was severe. So I had to keep moisturized, and I was constantly itching. It wasn't until 20 weeks that we found out the gender of our baby. The funny thing is, everybody around me was like, you're having a girl. And I was like, no, I'm having a boy. I was like, I'm having a boy. My husband's like, I mean, it's 50-50, so it's either going to be a boy or it's going to be a girl. He was indifferent. My sister was like, I think you're having a boy. My older sister was like, I think you're having a boy. And everyone else, my friends, my younger siblings, were all like, you're having a girl. Turns out we are having a girl. On the day of our anatomy scan, we were like, we want to know the gender. So first they did the whole anatomy scan. She has 10 fingers, 10 toes, her kidneys, her heart, her brain, everything is perfectly fine. And that just sent me on like an emotional roller coaster. So I started crying. And then lastly, they were like, it's a girl. And I was so happy. Even though I thought I was having a boy, I was pretty much fine with whichever gender or whichever sex that we were going to have. So I'm so happy that I'm going to have a little girl. I can't wait to see how her relationship is with my husband, because I'm very close to my dad and I cherish that relationship. So I can't wait to see her and my husband have like the cute little relationship that I know they'll have, because my husband is awesome with kids. Kids love my husband. So I can only imagine how it's going to be with his own child. So I'm excited to see that. It wasn't until around 21 weeks that I actually started to show. Maybe I could go ahead and put in a picture of my graduation. That's when I graduated, around 21, 22 weeks. That's when I started to show. Before then, I just kind of looked bloated. I will also go ahead and take this time to input some of my progression pictures. I did it for a while, but then after a while I kind of stopped because life just happens. So I'll go ahead and input some of my progression pictures. So after 22 weeks, that's when I started developing some of my second trimester symptoms, which included bloody nose. I got a bloody nose 3 times throughout my pregnancy. The first time I absolutely freaked out because I had never had a bloody nose in my life. So when my nose started bleeding, I was freaking out. But then after that, the doctor said it's normal, and it continued. I got 2 more bloody noses, and then that was it. My feet started to swell. Not really swell, but my shoes started to get tighter, which was annoying because it wasn't warm yet, so I didn't know what to do. I still was stuffing my feet in my shoes. Finally it got warm, so then I was able to wear sandals and flip-flops, and I was fine with that. I developed sensitivity in my teeth. I also developed carpal tunnel, which I'm still dealing with right now at 37 weeks. Carpal tunnel, I don't have the brace on now, but most of the time I am wearing a brace because of the carpal tunnel. And the one that's been kind of annoying is that I've been getting severely darker. I just like to blame it on the summer, but it's really pregnancy. So I've been getting darker. So if you guys can see, my face is a lot lighter than my neck. I try to blend my foundation as best as possible, but I don't want to use a foundation that's really dark, because then I'll just look crazy. And then of course you have the natural swelling of the face, the lips, the nose, and all that. But overall, my pregnancy journey has been really successful. No complaints. There's been no issues, thank God, because honestly it's only God that has been doing this for me, and we are so excited, you know, to meet our baby girl in a few short weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what my belly looks like now. So this is my belly at 37 weeks. So at 9 months pregnant, this is what my belly looks like. Compared to others, yes, I am carrying small, but baby is measuring perfectly fine, so that is not an issue for me. I will be bringing some more pregnancy videos, my baby shower vlog, and I will be sharing what's in my hospital bag video as well, so you guys can go ahead and look out for those videos. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. If you don't already know, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Miss_LoveOffFaces. And if you want a glimpse into my daily life, go ahead and follow me on Snapchat at Miss_LoveOffFaces, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.